I remember most of my way through school, I was a pretty good student. I really got good grades. And then I got into college and I got good grades. Then I got into graduate school and I had a 4.0 average going in graduate school. And I'm taking these courses and I got a 4.0 average, and I had to take this course, a required course. I called it rat psychology. It was B.F. Skinner, stimulus response. The whole premise of the whole course for the whole quarter was determinism. That we were determined by external stimuli, who we were. Everything that happened to us was a result of an external stimuli. You know, all the studies they did to animals where they shocked them into depression and everything, and the whole premise of the whole course was based on an external cause. And I had to study this. I had a 4.0 average going, and I'm studying this stuff, and I started to throw up. I was reading these books, and I was just like, ugh, to the core of my being, I was revolting against the idea of determinism. Whether it was Freud, the idea that we had these unconscious sexual and deep instincts and drives that were tormenting us, and we had this superego that was trying to hold things together and battle it out, and that we should have a strong ego strength to mediate between these unconscious instincts and these kind of moralistic standards. I just revolted with that. And then B.F. Skinner, rat psychology, stimulus response, there's something in the core of my being just revolted. And I knew how to take tests. I was like a master. I went in there, I got sick trying to study, and then when the final exam came, I knew the answers to the questions. I knew all the answers to all the questions. And I went through there and I put the intuitively right answers in the multiple choice. Boom, 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 all the way through there. What the Holy Spirit was telling me the answers were, even though I knew what the rat psychology and all the other stuff was. And I bombed the final. I royally bombed the final, and my grade for the class was a C. In graduate school, when you get a C, you've got a 4.0. A C is equivalent to failing, in graduate school. Then I had to take another class, another exam, and I was in this class. It was called law. It was all the legal aspects, so I had to study all of this law based on the legal things. And I started to feel it again, started to just get sick. And I royally bombed. I got an F. I went from a 4.0 average to getting a C. That helped the 4-point take a dive. And then boom! That's right, anybody wants to look at my records, you can go see all the A's, see the C come in, and then you can see the F. And I was like saying, no more to the world, no more. And then shortly thereafter, it wasn't only a few months later when I stepped out of academia, and then the Course in Miracles came in my life in the summer, following when I left it. And then it was like I was on my journey. So, yeah, it's good. That F was with an exclamation point. F, I'm not playing this game anymore. I know the answers you want to hear, but there's something in my soul that feels that that's a compromise. So you give me your grade, whatever it is, and I'll take it. And then parents, other people, what's wrong, David, what's happened? Oh, nothing's gone wrong, believe me. It's Something's gone right. F. That's right. And that's when you begin the reversal. When you seem to lose in the world, it's actually an opening to something that's so glorious that nothing of the world can even speak of it. It's so glorious. You know, I finished all my coursework for my master's degree. I was working on my master's thesis, and interesting theme that I picked for my master's thesis, locus of control. Is the control on the inside, or is there an external locus of control? But by the time I was the midway into my thesis, the Holy Spirit was like, I'll tell you, I'll show you where the true control is. You have control over your state of mind, and this world is out. Goodbye, like Madonna says, the power of goodbye. There's nothing left to lose, there's no heart left to bruise, there's no greater power than the power of goodbye. Is really, I started to consciously say goodbye to the world, like, that's it, to the grading systems, to the achievement, to the bigger, better, faster, more, to the keep up with the Joneses, you know, try to... That was it for me with learning. I kicked it into reverse. Unlearn time. This graduate school has gone too far. So that's really what we're at right now. It's like, it should be a relief to think that you don't have to learn a damn thing. You don't need to learn anything more. It's starting to peel the onion and go reverse. And it's fun to kick it into reverse. Even when it seems like the whole world is into learning, you know, you can just kick it into reverse and let go of the concerns. You don't have to compare yourself, you don't have to fit in. No more keeping up those grade point averages. I went through a phase after that where I really didn't have hardly anything in my bank account for a lot of years, and wow, that was such a cool ride of divine providence. Most people think an empty bank account is a nasty thing, but it was really fun. That's called winging it for Jesus. Okay, Jesus, you tell me you're going to provide for me. You're on the spot. Stand and deliver. And Jesus is like, oh yeah? I'll show you. I'll show you some divine providence. Oh ye of little faith. Test him out. Why not test him out?
It was an F for faith.
That's right. An F for faith. And the A, what did the A stand for? The abyss. 4-point average. A, abyss, abyss, abyss.
For change.
And C for change. Very good.
Yeah. Here we are.
Choice.
Choice. Oh. Very nice. Change and choice. There's a new breeze blowing there. Not that old stagnant breeze of the past. Fresh breeze blowing in there. The wind of the Holy Spirit. No one knows where it comes from, but it's invisible, but it's a strong wind. Can't see the wind, but you can sure see the effects. Big time. And the island in this movie, that's kind of like retirement with a gold watch.